Hey, what's up, beautiful Bellcast listeners? Welcome to another episode. I am Gio.
And I'm Bart.
And today I want to talk about something that's pretty fucking hilarious and really ironic.
Don't make fun of me.
How did you know?
Well, you said it's hilarious and you're talking. So you're
Absolutely. Okay, I'm only going to talk about this because you keep bringing it up in like our YouTube videos.
I don't
JK
try
News.
to. It just happens.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Fine. What is it?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so something that's very hilarious that I was recently reminded of was the tattoo on Bart's shin. If you guys don't know this, because sometimes I forget, Bart has a tattoo on his left shin.
I do.
Right? Yeah, on his left shin that you got when you were how old?
I believe 18 or 19 years
Oh
old.
my God. Okay. I'll let Bart explain the rest of this. Okay, so let's go back to this is your first tattoo that you ever got.
This is my first tattoo that I ever received.
Okay, but how did that even happen? Because your mom is very Buddhist, and I know that for Buddhism, your body is your temple, therefore you shouldn't mess with the temple.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally says, like in the Buddhist scriptures, don't fuck with it.
Literally it says that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This isn't in Sanskrit. Don't fuck with it.
Don't fuck with it. Okay. Yeah. So tell me about that.
So growing up, I grew up in a super Asian tiger household.
Super Asian. What else would you say if it wasn't?
Like super Asian tiger.
Oh, okay. Asian tigers?
Yeah. Super Asian tiger household where like the normal Asian kid might have, after school academy or something. I had after school academy plus the homework my mom made. Like we would go to a teacher supply store so that my mom could buy, like, let's say if I'm learning algebra or something, she'll buy the algebra book that's already, it's like I owned all the textbooks that were at the schools because my mom would buy the exact one so I can have it at home and then buy the couple others from other districts and make me do all that homework. How the fuck did she
find that? This was before Amazon.
I don't know exactly. I'm like,
because I can only think of going to Amazon to find this shit.
Yeah.
But if Amazon didn't exist, I wouldn't know where to go.
And she's probably the only non-teacher shopping there.
That looks like a teacher. Your mom looks like a teacher.
Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, other parents buy their kids Game Boys. Why the fuck are you buying me a science book?
But look where you ended up, baby.
Where? Am I curing the world of some shit? No.
Of sadness.
I'm a fucking clown.
Of sadness, exactly.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in a super Asian tiger household where on my birthday, I kneel on the floor. I thank my mom for giving birth to me. So it's like whatever is Asian, it's like 10 times more Asian, 10 times more hardcore.
Even the Asians were like, I can't relate, bro.
Yeah, there's times where like I fucked up. She goes, all right, here's a bamboo stick. You start hitting yourself. So I'm like whipping myself.
Dude, that's when my fucking, my Oscar performance would come in and I'd be like, I'd hit myself lightly and I'd be like, ow, I really hate myself.
That'd be really funny.
Ow. And there's like no markings on my body.
No, that's just that's the foreplay. That's just to get started.
Oh.
Because my mom's still busy.
Is she like stretching in the corner before she's about to kick your ass?
No, she's cooking. She's cooking. Like she's like a single mom, right? So she has to do everything. She has to do all the dad's work and the mom's work. So she's like,
wait, which is the dad work? The whipping your ass is the dad's work while she's cooking? She's like, I'm dad right now. Whip yourself. I don't have time.
Or probably watching TV. I don't know. But she would like, you start whipping yourself. I'm gonna cook after dinner is when I give you the real thing.
Fuck, she would save it like that?
Yeah.
That is fucked up. No wonder you became a gangster.
There's times where like I got in trouble, right? And I come home from school from my junior high and she's so fucking pissed. She worked in San Pedro at the time, which is like 30, 40 minutes away from Cerritos. She'd be like, fuck it. I'm out early just so she can come home and beat my ass at 3 p.m. So she skipped work to beat my ass.
Oh, I mean, I get that. I'm talking about the fact that she would save it. So for me, when I got in trouble, like I knew it was just going to happen right then and there and we're moving on.
Oh, no.
It wasn't like I knew like there was this one time where I locked my mom hit me for some reason, right? I ran away. I got away from her. I locked myself in the bathroom. And I knew if I waited long enough, she would just retire and like give up.
No, not Asian style. Asian style, they're really good at dragging. Like there's times
they're disciplined.
There's times we
you gotta finish the task.
There's times we have some beef and she doesn't talk to me for like a month.
Whoa.
Like straight up silence for a month and I'm like 5 or something.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like Asian.
You're being exaggerated.
I'm not being exaggerated. Asian.
Holy shit.
Asian discipline and the amount of Asian commitment is insane. Like my mom already on her own when she meditates, it's like 2 hours at a time. She
How
just
does she
goes
got
there,
that time?
fucking closes her eyes, and is just chanting for 2 hours. Like her level of commitment is you can't fuck with that shit, you know. So that's how controlling it is. And because of that, I never was able to really creatively express myself past the maybe 6th grade. Like before then, I was able to choose my clothes, kind of do my own haircut a little bit. It can never be too extreme. Like all 5th graders at the time, I did have my hair split down the middle.
Oh my God, I can't believe she let you do that.
So she did let me, but she wouldn't let my bangs go like past my eyes. So, you know, all the cool kids had it like all the way down here. Mine had to stop right here. And so she let me play a little bit.
Every time you say bangs, I'm always picturing the rest of it buzzed. No, you had hair all the way back
Well,
here?
in 5th grade, it's just straight up split down the middle, like all the way.
6th grade. When
5th
you had
grade.
your bangs. Was that 5th grade?
Well, in high school, when I had bangs that were long, and then everything was like
No, right
bust.
now you were just talking about bangs,
In
but
5th
she didn't
grade,
let
yeah,
you.
5th grade is down here.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Was the rest of your head shaved and you just had bangs?
No, I'm
'Cause
talking
that's
about
what I
5th grade.
pictured.
In 5th grade, it's split down the middle, I said.
Oh,
The
okay.
whole thing is
Okay.
split down the middle.
I know it's because you said in 5th grade, like you were trying to check me because I said it wrong. So you made me question my own question. I'm like, wait, I thought I said 5th grade. Anyway,
No,
that's how Bart communicates,
I'm trying to
y'all.
further explain. There's a 5th grade hair split and a high school hair split.
I know, but we were only talking about 5th grade.
So I'm just going 5th grade.
So there's no
yes.
point in even bringing up high school because that gets confusing.
Because you kept trying to say that it's buzz. So I'm like, that's high school hair
Oh
split.
no, I didn't know that. I'm just saying that's what I pictured. So I was
see.
asking you if I was wrong in picturing that.
I see.
You see, and this is why you don't need to get married because these motherfuckers out here are stupid as fuck. Ah. Okay, that felt good.
Damn, you remind me of
I'm
my
not talking
mom.
about. I'm not talking about you though, baby. I love you.
You remind me of
baby,
my
I
mom.
love you so much.
Oh, it's Asian tiger mom already.
I love you so much.
Okay,
Please,
fine.
can we have
So-
sex?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, go.
I want to fuck my mom.
Whoa, what the
I'm
fuck?
just kidding. I know you'd get a reaction. Well, anyways, so so I never really got to have any creative expression. And even in junior high, when people started to dye their hair, I couldn't really dye my hair. And people started getting their ears pierced. I couldn't really get my ears pierced.
Haha, I'm Mexican, so mine. When I was a baby, I got them pierced.
Would your parents let your brother get his ears pierced?
Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a dude. I want to get my ears pierced. All my homies had their ears pierced. They wouldn't let me. And then so like when tattoos, started coming on my radar, I always wanted to get one. And I'm like,
How old were you when they came on your radar? I feel like you grew up really fast.
probably like 15, 16.
Okay, that's normal.
Yeah. But I didn't get it because by that time I already been like, fuck it. I'm going to do my own thing. So I've been getting my haircuts the way I wanted to. Like I rebelled hardcore, I think 15, where I was dressing the way I want to, the most extreme, like Asian cholo style, like with the bangs, the bleach bangs and like the fade. Like I was doing all of that. I had pants that pretty much covered my entire shoe. Like I was just doing whatever the fuck I want at that time, right? So I was wilding out. Staying out for like weeks at a time. My parents don't know
Holy
where I am.
shit.
Like that, like I hardcore rebelled from
I would look up to you. I'd be like, wow, you're so rebel.
from pretty much 15 all the way to 18, right? But at 18, I did feel like some sort of responsibility. Like this is a path that's going nowhere. It's just okay, cool. Like I got it all out. I did all these drugs. I did all these things that I wanted to do. How is this going to be productive for my life? And because my parents had such a strong spine of where they wanted me to be, I also knew that no matter how strict they were still trying to look out for my success. It's just
That's
the
good.
way that they were preaching it didn't really vibe with me. Like I didn't understand why I had to be so hardcore, but I got where they're trying to get at. So towards the end of high school,
I get why you got what they're trying to get at.
really.
I get it.
Oh, how?
I don't know. I just wanted to say the get.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So-
I know. We'll laugh later.
Fine. So I knew where they were trying to get at. So when I was about to wrap up high school, I knew I wasn't going to a 4-year. I knew I wasn't going to work. I'm like, what can I do to show my parents that they're not a failure and something to kind of give me discipline,
Wow. Okay.
give me a little bit of discipline. And so at that time, towards my second junior year in high school and then my senior year in high school, because I spent 5 years in high school, I had a best friend. And we were like
When did you meet this best friend?
I met him in my second junior year in high school.
Okay.
My first junior year, didn't really know who he was because they were a class below us. So I didn't really know him. My second junior year,
You guys are the same grade
we're
now.
the same grade now.
my
We're
God,
junior
what a
year
loser.
again. And we became really close buddies. And we were like soulmates, like kindred spirits. Like the way we viewed life was very similar. How hardcore we were.
How did you guys meet?
I think we met through a mutual friend, as you'll know, by the name of Mike.
Okay.
Because he was a guy that was kind of connecting all the raver buddies.
Oh, so he was a raver.
So he was
your raver face.
So he wasn't like a hardcore raver, but he also raved.
Your Mike or your
My
best friend?
Yeah. So Mike was able to connect all like all the ravers and stuff. So we started hanging out, and he was like super hardcore like me, where things were like super black and white, kind of extreme. Let's fucking do shit. Like he was like that. So I'm like, oh, this guy's really cool, and we both like to fuck around a lot. So we became like best friends, and then we would have long talks about, and we're both very ambitious.
The OG fans know about this best friend.
Yeah. So so we're both very ambitious. We knew where we wanted to go for college and all that stuff, and we both know that we kind of fucked around a little bit. Me way more so than he did. I don't think he ever really got in trouble with the law, but he did fuck around pretty much his whole life. So he wasn't like if you saw him at school, he'd be the kind of guy that's like smoking cigarettes with the misfits. He wasn't really like a gangster or anything like that, but you knew that he was definitely not part of the Letterman ASB crowd that's going to go straight to the top, you know? So we became like really good friends. And towards the end of high school, we were trying to figure out, what are we going to do? We're both kind of losery right now.
Did you, I've been with you for so long, I forget these details, but did you graduate high school? Like, did you walk?
No, I couldn't walk. And that'll be a story for another time, but I got involved in like a senior prank, and then so I wasn't able to walk.
Okay. We'll talk about
so
that
I almost
later.
spent 6 years in high school. God damn. But anyways, I ended up getting, the only reason I actually finished high school is because I needed my diploma to join the Marine Corps. So I had to finish the senior summer school. I was like one of the only seniors in summer school to pick up my diploma.
How sad.
And
But
my
such
best
a
friend,
funny story.
my best friend was in it too. So we had to, we had to get our diploma. If I wasn't for the Marine Corps, I wouldn't have never even graduated. I needed that so to get in. So yeah, towards like the end of senior year, me and my best friend were like, what are we gonna do? So
he also knew he didn't want to go to a 4-year or any of that shit.
Yeah, we were both kind of unsure.
Okay.
We didn't know what we wanted. We knew the final destination. We knew the final destination was a dope 4-year, but we didn't know how to get there.
Okay.
A dope 4-year meaning like one of the renowned ones, like UCLA, USC, like one of those guys.
You knew it was going to be JC to uni.
We knew it, yeah. And so we went shopping for military branches together.
Why military? Oh, because you were like, I got to change my life trajectory.
Yeah.
And I need discipline. And you just saw the army or the military as discipline?
So we had two different ways of arriving at it. For me, I already been to the military high school. So I've got a taste of it a little bit. And I'm like, I like that. You know, I like the structure. I like the hierarchy. I like there's an objective, you accomplish it. I really like that type of environment.
How long were you in a military high school?
Like 3 months.
Oh, shit.
I got kicked out.
And you really liked that? Those 3 months?
Those 3 months, I hated it, but I also liked it. Like I hated the whole process because it's kind of hard to wake up at like 6 a.m. every day when you're dropping ecstasy every night. So for me, it was really hard. But while I hated it, I was like, man, this is really good for people.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're a responsible thug.
Yeah. Like I was like it's really like I learned how to tie a tie in like 20 seconds. Like, cause you have to tie a tie every single morning, and you make your bed and you do
The way you make the military style bed at home is really nice.
Yeah, like all that stuff prepared me for boot camp. Like, so you learn how to shine your shoes, like all that kind of stuff, right? So like the whole time I fucking hated it, but I knew it was good for you. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should do the whole military thing again. For my best friend, he arrived at it differently. His next door neighbor was 4 years older than us, or across the street neighbor, and he was a Marine already. So he would hear stories and stuff all the time. So I think we both arrived at what we wanted to do from different ways.
That's cool, but you guys arrived at the same place.
The same place.
Even more BFFs.
Yeah, so super BFF.
So at this point, you guys have been BFFs for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we felt like we might as well have been friends for like our whole childhood. That's how tight we got.
Oh, shit.
And to the point where we're going to join the military together, you know? So we were like a package. Like every recruiter we go to, it was like, sign both of us up or else none of us sign up.
Wow.
It was like that. So the story that everyone knows where, you know, we go to each recruiting office, and then there's the guy that is sleeping underneath his desk.
That's when it was for you.
the one that we're like, okay, this one's for us. It was me and him there at that time. So we were both there. And then we both looked at each other like, because we're both kind of hardcore. We're like, dude, this is it. Not that fucking dude that's trying to, you want to see the world? Come sail the seas and see the world. We're like, you freaking, there's a lot of words you can't say these days. But like one of those words, you know? And then so we ended up joining the Marine Corps together. What? So we ended up joining the Marine Corps together. And when we graduated boot camp, and then now it's time for MOS school, which is like your job training. So even though we had different jobs, it just so happened to be on the same base. Super cool. So we were both in North Carolina together. And I think at that time, we both wanted tattoos. So we're like, what's something that embodies like this warrior spirit? And then we were discussing, and I'm like, but I'm Chinese, he's Korean. And like, if we got a Chinese tattoo, we felt like it was unfair to him. If we got a Korean tattoo, it was unfair to me.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me stop you real quick. Hold that thought. Because I want to introduce our sponsor. All right. If you're anything like me, once you put the kids to sleep, you turn off the computer, you're no longer working, and it's time for bed, you can't immediately fall asleep because you just have so much on your mind. So I'm so happy to be talking about our next sponsor, Solitaire Grand Harvest, because if you know me, you know that I'm playing this game. Like, you know, I'm about app games. Like, I love it. It's stimulating on the mind, but it's not to the point where I'm stressing over passing levels or just getting angry. Like, it's very relaxing just to treat my mind to full fun and challenging levels that we can play anywhere, anytime. And what I love about Solitaire Grand Harvest, it's not your typical old school grandma, grandpa solitaire. Like, they took solitaire and they made it challenging and like fun challenging. Like, you start off pretty simple levels and then it gets more and more complicated. And like, they don't just put the cards out in a row the way the old school solitaires played. Like, they create different shapes and diamonds and like these pyramid looking things. It's like super cool. And the graphics are really cute, super bright, very happy. This game is fun for all ages. I'm 37 and I have a blast. You guys, whether you're stuck inside or dreaming of that great outdoors, now you can have fun with this farm-style getaway right at your fingertips, because Solitaire Grand Harvest is just it. So make sure to download Solitaire Grand Harvest for free today in the Apple App Store, Google Play, and Amazon. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. And we're back. So it's going to be unfair to him if you get Chinese, unfair to you if you both get Korean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
what's with this warrior spirit? Like, why does it have to be a warrior thing?
Because I think we both really like that. That's why we joined the Marine Corps too, which is like I guess the quote unquote, like the toughest one, you know? So we've always liked, like, even like, you know, when we used to hang out with like the Vietnamese homies, when there was like the one Vietnamese thug that's down to fight 5 people at a time, like, fuck yeah, that guy's dope.
But why saying you're Vietnamese homie is like Vietnamese people known for being gangster like that?
Yeah. So if you grew up in like an Asian hood, you know, some of the downest motherfuckers are Vietnamese.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like some of those guys are just like, they're like 5'3", but they're down to take on 5 people at a time. They're like, no man, fuck you, I'll kill you, you know? So it's like, we just always like that fucking warrior spirit type shit. Like you'd be at the club and there's like a 6'3" bouncer that's like telling this guy what to do. And then most people are like, oh shit, like this guy's 300 pounds, you know? But the Vietnamese, motherfucker, I come back and fucking shoot you in the face, kill you. Like they're just so
That's not a warrior. If he is going to come back with a gun, he's cheating.
No, he's going to win. They're just crazy. So I've just always liked that warrior. Underdog warrior spirit where you're brave, you're courageous, nothing can fuck with you type of thing. So when we graduated, we wanted something to kind of maybe like, even in boot camp, we started talking about it. Like, should we get the Eagle Globe and Anchor, which is a Marine Corps symbol tattooed on us? Like, just something to kind of like, I don't know, embody or celebrate that type of mindset, that type of spirit.
Was this like a together tattoo? Like you both were like, we have to get this together? Or was it like, hey, I want this, and then your best friend's like, oh shit, I wanted that too, and you guys kind of arrived at the same conclusion independently?
No, we were like, we should get one together.
That's cute.
Yeah, we should.
That's so fucking cute.
Yeah, we should get one together. And so,
were you guys like on your beds and shit, like on your stomach, and like looking at each other, and you're like, hey, you know, it'd be so cool, best friend. He's like, what best friend? And then you're like, what if we got like matching tattoos? And he was like, dude, yeah, let's do it. Was it like that?
pretty much.
Oh my God. That's fucking cute.
Pretty much it was like in boot camp, and at night you would like go over to each other's bunks. So you can imagine like a green undershirt, and we tuck it into our tidy whities. And then so one of us like goes over there, and we're just talking like really quietly because we don't want to wake up the drill instructor. And pretty much
the drill instructor sleeps in the same place with you guys?
Yeah, he has an office.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like out in the open like you guys.
No, he has an office that he sleeps in.
Okay.
So yeah, we would talk about it throughout the whole boot camp.
What were some of the ideas?
So we were thinking about like eagle, globe, and anchor, just the typical like jarhead type tattoos.
So no barbed wire around the bicep.
I thought about
Shut
that.
the fuck
yeah, I
up.
thought about that. Like
Oh my
USMC and Old English, like just the typical jarhead type shit.
I don't know the typical jarhead type shit. That's why I'm
So
asking.
those are the ones like barbed wire, USMC and Old English, eagle, globe, and anchor.
All I'm thinking is like Full Metal Jacket with like the AR. What is that?
Those kinds.
And then the fucking helmet.
Yeah, with the helmet, maybe like a waving tattered flag, or just like, or like a dog tag.
Damn, y'all were motivated as fuck.
Yeah, when you graduate boot camp, like, because it's, for most people, it's the hardest thing they've ever done in their life at that point. They're like, I'll die for this country. Like the way that you feel is insane,
Okay.
So so we finally decided, okay, like what's kind of like the average of Chinese and Korean? What's in the middle? And we're like, oh, Japanese. Oh, plus they have samurais. That is the warrior spirit. So samurai spirit. So we were like, okay, let's make it Japanese. That way it's fair for both of us. So it's not.
So the concept was going to be Japanese. You just didn't know what yet. You just knew you wanted something Japanese.
In something Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. And the phrase, we knew it wanted it to be fear no one.
Okay. How did you guys get to a phrase from going with the flag to like something visual, like a visual object to a phrase?
Well, the whole thing just needs to embody warrior spirit.
I see.
So it doesn't matter if it's graphics or if it's like letters or words. It just needed to embody that. And then we used to watch MMA a lot. And one of our favorite fighters, he had fear no one, but in English. So we thought, oh, that'd be cool if we got fear no one.
Who's the fighter?
I don't even remember. This is like
nice.
Yeah, this is like old.
Nice.
This is like old school MMA where
before there were rules and shit, when people were breaking each other's fucking arms.
This is like Indian casinos where like in the middle of them filming, you can hear people coughing in the back. Like it's like some old school MMA type stuff.
Yeah.
Because we've been into MMA since like 2006,
maybe even the 90s.
2007. Yeah. So some old school shit. But one of our favorite fighters at the time had fear no one in English. So we got fear no one in Japanese. And we're like, oh shit, we don't know how to write Japanese. So we went to the computer center on base and we were just Googling it. And then we're like.
And this is Google what year?
2004. 2003 or 2004. Yeah. So we're on Google Translate and we're like, fear no one. And it spit out some Japanese words. And then we're like, fuck, how do we know this is legit?
Oh my God.
So we tested it. I wrote in Chinese, came out, was legit. He wrote in fear no one, Korean, came out, was legit. So we're like, well, if Chinese is legit, Korean's legit, maybe Japanese is legit. And so we printed it out. We took it to...
Wait, but Korean, you can literally translate it. Like, well, no, you can't really literally translate it. Never mind. Because Chinese, I think you can literally translate it, right? Like English into Chinese?
Depends.
Okay, never mind then. Screw what I'm saying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we took it to a tattoo shop right outside of base. At any base, there's tons of tattoo shops out there because military people love tattoos.
They like shitty tattoos, no offense.
Yeah, and we find this random white guy, and he must have been like, okay, this is so weird. Why are there two Asian guys wanting me to tattoo some Asian shit on him? But I don't think he gave a fuck. And they're like, excuse me, sir, how long will this take?
It makes sense why Asian people want Asian shit on their bodies.
Not from a white guy.
I see. I'm pretty sure he was like, whatever.
Like, your mom's not going to go to a white guy to make a Mexican recipe for her.
Oh, I get you. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd go to your people to get that shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for him, it must have been like, what the fuck? Why am I all right, if this is what you want, I guess I'll do it, you know? And then I'm like, how long is it going to take? And then they're like, oh, 45 minutes each. And I'm like, cool. It sounds like a good enough time. And then so he put on, you know, that paper, and then he put it on your skin.
Transferred it.
And he transferred it, and we both had it on our shin, and we looked at it, and we're like,
You guys both have it on the same shin?
on the same shin, yeah. And then also we were both doing Muay Thai at the time. So shin is like kind of like your protector, like your guard.
I was about to say that. Why the shin? Okay.
Yeah, it's like your protector, like your guard. That's what you protect yourself with when people kick you. So it's kind of like your shield, you know, like the shield
That's
to your
why
body.
I got this. This is supposed to represent my shield.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's why I wanted it here as a shield to protect like me.
Yeah.
Like right dominant. Anyway, it's not about me.
Yeah, so the shin is like kind of like your shield, and that's the thing that you also beat to make it strong.
Yeah.
So
I remember seeing you guys with like, you had like drumsticks.
and we just beat it and put like the tiger.
And I would
palm
see
oil.
him just kicking random poles and shit pretty hard too. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you idiots?
Yeah, you constantly have to just, you know, keep tapping at it so it stays strong. And then we got it done. And
How did that feel when you guys were you guys like so excited? Like, fuck, best friends forever.
well, the whole time too, I didn't know if I could trust him,
Trust who?
my best friend.
What?
Like, not in that way, but like, you know, he's kind of like a goofball troll too. So since we're going to get it together, I was like, what if I get it and he doesn't get it? You know what I mean? So I'm like, you get it first. He goes, no, you get it first. I'm like, no, you get it first.
Oh my God. You guys are dumb.
So we're there at the tattoo shop, and I think that guy's probably like, what the fuck? Just someone just get it, you know? And then so I think he ended up getting it first because I was like, I didn't trust him. I'm like, I'm going to get it for sure. And he goes, no, I'm going to get it for sure. And I'm like, no, trust me. I'm going to get it for sure. You go get it. I don't trust you. So he goes, he gets it, and then I get it, and then we both
You should have fucked
it.
with him. Nah, you stupid.
I don't know, that would have been funny. And then so we ended up getting it. And this motherfucker, after we got it, we were like, fuck, because both of our parents are like, fuck no to tattoos, right? Both fuck no to tattoos. We're like, fuck, what are we going to do? Oh, we got to keep this a secret. And on our way back, when we flew back for Christmas break,
So you got the tattoo what month?
probably in like November or something.
Okay.
On our way back from Christmas break, as we're coming down the escalator at LAX, my mom picks both of us up. He goes, Mrs. Hu, check this out. And he pulls up my pant leg. And you see it. My mom's
What
like,
a troll.
And my mom's like, what is that? And I'm like, this motherfucker.
That's actually really smart that he did it then and there because she misses you so much.
Yeah.
It like really diluted.
I was actually really at that instant, I was like, motherfucker, we had a pact, right? But then when he did, I'm like, thank God we got this shit over with. My mom knows. Because as you know, the next like 3 or 4 years after that, this motherfucker would wear pants every single fucking day because he wouldn't dare let his parents know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't notice that? He
No.
only wore pants at home.
No.
If he went out with shorts, he came back home and put pants on.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, like he, for like 3 years straight, only wore sweatpants, only wore slacks.
I don't think I had met him at that
Oh,
point.
only wore jeans, only wore like he wore pants all day fucking every day. And each time I'm like, this motherfucker pulled up my pant leg just so that my mom could see it. And for him, he's trying to hide it the whole time. But eventually, I think he was like sleeping and he had PJs and it kind of rolled up. And I think his mom's like, what the fuck? Shipseki, and fucking pulled it up and saw it. And I think at that time, his dad probably threw a fit. Probably like, I don't know,
They get over it.
trashed his car or some shit.
Oh shit.
His dad was pretty violent. So I don't know. Probably some shit like that, like threw his computer through the window or something like that. And then, but then they were over it. Yeah. And then he was able
Yeah,
to
they
wear
get over
shorts
it.
again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so I guess the funny part of it is,
Well, wait. Let's not get there yet. Okay, so you come back, it's finally revealed. Does anyone in your friend crew, like, what do they all think about your best friend tattoo?
I think they were all kind of expecting it because we're in a group, we're tight, but everyone knows me and him are the tightest. So it's not like anyone was like, oh, I want one, or how come all of us don't get one? Like we, like in our friend circle, me and him were the only two that joined the military, went to boot camp, went across the country together.
Got it. So
You
it's
know?
expected.
So it's expected. Like everyone else is doing.
But no one made fun of you guys? Like, y'all got matching tattoos?
I don't think they did because
Oh, cool.
they knew how tight we were. And they probably knew that we fuck them up. I don't know.
Okay.
You know?
And there's also 3 Japanese people in that group.
Yeah.
Did any of them read it?
That's a good point. All 3 of them are, well, 2 of them. There's 2 Japanese people. They're extremely.
Oh, 2. Yeah. I was thinking
they're extremely.
I was thinking Kevin.
Yeah, they're. Oh no, he's
Chinese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's like 5th generation, so I see where you get that from. Yeah, they're extremely Americanized, so I don't even think they relate to it.
Oh, for them, they're like, that's some awesome Japanese.
Yeah, they're like, oh, cool. Like, I wish I was Japanese.
Oh wait. Okay.
Yeah, they're like that. So they didn't care about it.
Okay. So how many years did you have this tattoo before your mind fucking seeped out of your ears?
My mind seeped out of my ears.
Yeah, when you discovered what it said.
Oh, so I don't know how long, but I do know that, during the whole dating process, that's something we always had to explain because we're best buds. So
The dating process?
yeah,
What dating process? When you were dating people, you had to explain that to people?
yeah.
Oh, okay. That threw me off. I'm sorry.
I'm like, that's exactly what dating process means.
Yeah, I just don't see, fuck, man. I just don't know why you would have to explain something when you're dating someone else. I think that's just weird. That's why it threw me off because I'm like, what? But I'll let you finish.
Well, because like let's say I date you, we get really close. The first person I want you to meet is my best friend. So the minute that happens during the dating process, it's always like, wait, do you guys have the same tattoo? So there's always that explanation that always happens during the dating process.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's always it was weird for me. It was weird for him, because then like the girl can because that's like the girl's always like all into the guy, right? Until you find out that your boyfriend has the same tattoo with another dude. And then you're like, wait, so are you guys dating or are we dating?
I would never think that. That's so weird.
I know, but it's just the thing.
I see. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like if like, let's say I started dating you and then you and this other girl have like matching butterflies, but only when you put the forearms together. I have 2 wings. I'm like, whoa, that's really close.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can get over it, but it's still a thing,
I see. Okay.
It's still like you are 0.01% of the population.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I guess for guys, it's even less.
It's even more. Yeah.
Right.
It's even like, wait, okay. So every time we go watch the movies, you guys have to like hold hands. Okay. That's
Yeah.
weird, but I get it.
But you don't hold hands.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
It's like that. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was part of that threw me off. So that was part of the dating process. What was the question?
All right, you guys, I'm so excited yet again to be talking about our sponsor, Skillshare, because I can't say this enough how much I love them. I love that Skillshare exists because for those of you that don't know, it's an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes taught by very inspiring, very credible people. And these classes are meant for creative and curious people like all of you listening right now. I think it's time to just explore new skills or deepen existing passions and get lost in your creativity. Because right now, the world just seems like it's a place of just too much logic. At least for me, it feels that way. So I want to definitely sharpen my creative skills. So I have personally been working more and more with, trying to figure out how iPhone photography works because I own a iPhone. A lot of us do too. And I have such a great tool at my fingertips that I'm so underutilizing. So I was really happy to see that Skillshare was offering this course called iPhone Photography, How to Shoot and Edit Conceptual Photos on Your Phone. Isn't that amazing? And it's taught by an Adobe Creative resident. So you're getting people with high skill levels teaching you about everyday things to be more creative and just be a better asset either to yourself, your own company, or the company that you work for. So it just sounds silly to me that you wouldn't want to take this opportunity because watch. For everyone listening right now, I'm hooking you guys up. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/geo, G-E-O. And the first 1,000 people to use this link will get a free trial to Skillshare Premium membership. So you get to receive free access to thousands of classes for a limited time. So make sure to be one of the first 1,000 people to sign up to Skillshare.com/geo. And just to give you a little more insight, you can learn things on DIY product photography. So a lot of us are turning to Etsy. We're becoming our own CEOs and are, creating our own products. Hey, we need to photograph it. We need to market it. So this is going to work so good for you. Plants at home. Yes, please. I've been wanting to get into that because y'all know I have them fake plants. Those are just to name a few. But please don't skip on this opportunity. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/Geo for a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Again, that's Skillshare.com/Geo. Because I started off saying, so you had people in your crew that are Japanese, but nobody called you out on it. And then I was like, how old were you when your whole world flips upside down and like you found out what it really meant?
Yeah.
And you started.
So what it really meant was, me and Joe started becoming close. And we started shooting all the JK stuff, Uncle Sam, Uncle Chin. And we started hanging out a lot. And Joe.
And you and that best friend eventually kind of broke it up.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So Joe, he's Japanese. Like he's the first to be born here. So he speaks it fluently. And I remember one time I come into his house and then his mom was like, oh, that's Japanese from far away, you know? I'm like, oh yeah, it is. And I'm like, and I showed her and she looks at it and she goes, you are afraid of everybody?
I love this part.
Yeah.
I love this part. I love this
it's
part.
supposed to say fear no one. And then she goes, you're afraid of everybody? And I'm like, no. She goes, but it says fear. And then it's like no fear, but then like, I don't know, grammatically incorrect.
So it's even grammatically incorrect?
So it's almost like no one fear or one no fear or something like that. And then he goes, oh, because it says you're scared of everybody. And then I was like, oh shit. I was like, immediately it like time transported back to
the fucking Google.
The Google Translate. And I'm like,
I hope it makes sense.
Fuck. I got the Google translation on probably their beta testing and it came out fucked up. And I'm like, fuck it.
So you didn't even care?
I mean, like, you probably cared for the moment, but it's like, what are you going to do? You know?
It is what it is. Okay, so you find this shit out. Do you call your best friend and go, dude?
I let him know.
What did he say?
And he was like, what the fuck? So we're both tripping out on the phone. And so we started brainstorming things together. Like, oh, what should we do to get it covered up? So we started thinking about cover up tattoos. And it was so funny. So like, we were both actually going to think about getting salmon. Like a salmon tattoo to cover it.
Oh, like the Japanese style.
So like, you know, when you try to be different, like, you're like, oh, that's so basic because everyone has koi, right? So the reason why everyone has the same thing.
Because it's dope.
Because it's fucking dope.
Yeah.
So for us, we're like, oh, that's so basic. Everyone has koi. So we're like, what's another fish? I'm like, oh, you know what's a fish that swims upstream only? Salmon. So we started brainstorming, getting a fucking salmon tattooed Japanese style, like on our leg. And then I think
like swimming up towards your fucking pant leg?
Yeah, but it'll cover it up.
Yeah. And
then we started thinking about maybe us brainstorming tattoo ideas aren't the best.
Right. You guys suck.
Yeah. So we're like, nah. And then also towards that time, we got into college and then we slowly started to like drift away. So we had less and less of those conversations. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think at that point, when you guys already started drifting away, I think that's when I started coming into the picture.
Yeah. We started drifting away.
So I didn't catch all of that shit transpiring and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, I didn't know about it until you told me that. Like years later, you told me what it meant. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And so now I got a tattoo with my best friend at the time who aren't even friends with now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Kind of. But I also think of it as life too.
That is life. Yeah. It really is. You're fortunate if you can all grow at the same time or at least stick around while other people grow or you grow and they don't. And then you can still kind of make it work. It is hard. Maintaining that shit is hard. Because people go to, like, you guys went to different colleges and then you guys started seeing the world differently.
Yeah. I started seeing the world differently. We started growing apart.
Yeah.
And till this day, I don't know if he got it laser removed or not.
What does your heart tell you? Like your first thing. What do you think? First thing, just spit it out.
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Just because he's lazy.
Oh, shit. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Like he's a very fuck it type of dude.
Yeah.
So I think for him, he's probably like, he'll be the type, if he had like a cigarette burn in his pants, fuck it, probably just keep wearing it. You know, if it's not a big deal, you won't care.
I see.
And then so, yeah, I thought about getting a laser removed. I thought about getting a cover up, but then I'm like, tattoos are there. They're like scars, you know, they're there to tell stories.
That's a pretty good story.
So I'm like, why rewrite the history books? You know, it's almost like why go back in your yearbook and take out that ugly picture of yourself when that was awesome? That's part of life. Like it's, if you're fine when you're like in elementary school, like there's no real like glow up or whatever, you know, like you want to show the ups and downs. And I'm like, I'm just going to leave it.
Cool. Do you still feel that way now?
Yeah.
Sick.
And who knows where we're going to be, you know? We might be 70-year-old best friends somehow and go, can you believe we got that shit when we were 19 or 18?
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
Have you ever seen, you know, in Goodfellas, Ray Liotta's character?
Like at the end of the movie?
Yeah, Robert De Niro wanted to kill Ray Liotta, right? And for being a narc to the FBI. They both end up getting locked up. And then there's this Netflix series that came out, and it's those two people in real life, and they're having chess and eating coffee at 80 years old. And then they're like, forgive you. I wanted to kill you at one point. Forgive you. It's like two grandpas.
That's crazy.
So you just, you know, I think in life, you're limited to your perspective.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we all can't be all knowing. So to me, I'm like, if it's not a big deal, I just leave it and gain that perspective. Maybe when I'm 70 or 80, it's like we are best friends. Who knows, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, the older I get, it's funny because the older I become, the more I want more tattoos.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought I was going to stop. I thought I was going to start going like, ugh, the older you get, like...
What's preventing you from getting like one a month?
Time.
Just time, yeah.
They take a long time, and then quality. Like the artists that I follow and that I really love their work, they're out in Europe.
Do you care more about the artist rather than the actual image?
Do I care more about the artist? What do you mean? What do you mean the artist? Like the artist as a person, or like the artist as their talent?
Their work.
More. Do I care about their work more than what?
The actual image. Like for example, right? Like person A might
I think they go hand in hand.
Like the person A might go, I want an owl. I don't care who does it.
No.
Put an owl here. There's another person that's like, I don't care what this person does to me. Just do me. It's so sick.
Can it be in the middle? Because I like both. Like I want the art to be sick as fuck.
Yeah, but you also want it to be what you want.
And I want it to be what I want.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an artist out there that I'm like, here, let me donate this body part. You do whatever you want.
So you have an idea of what the final product is.
Oh, 100%.
I see.
100%. This was the only one that I didn't have an idea what it was going to look like at the end because he free-handed everything. But I still had some sort of idea. Like I knew it was going to be like this style. I knew it was going to be on my forearm. It was actually going to go up to my elbow. And then I just didn't know because each one of these symbols means something. Like it has a significance, and it all put together. When you read it, it tells you the story of my life. So for anyone, I still get DMs till this day where people are like, can you just take a picture of your tattoo because I want to get it? And I'm like, I'm honored. Thank you. But I wouldn't. Life. Yeah, you're literally putting my life on your body, and I don't think you want that. But yeah, when he did it, he just used a red marker real quick, and he was like, here, just to give you a rough idea, this is what it'll kind of look like. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I'd like to be involved in what I'm doing.
I always forget you have a tattoo over there.
Me too sometimes, because I'm like, man, that tattoo looks like fuck. Maybe I should get one there. And I'm like, oh shit, I already have one there.
It's like, oh shit, ran out of space.
Which tells me that I made the right choice, because I'm like, I still keep wanting the same thing.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, the older I'm becoming, the more I'm like, dude, I want to get more tattoos. And then Joe Rogan kind of validated the feelings that I had, because I was always like, man, why am I so weird? Why do I think this way? But I'm like, whatever. I'm going to stick to doing what I want to do. And I was going to continue getting tattoos. I was listening to his podcast, and he was talking about his tattoos, because I forgot what guest was on there, and they started.
He's tatted the fuck up.
Yeah,
everywhere.
They started pointing everything out, and he got them later in life too. And then he was saying how people are like, well, why do you get so many? Like, your skin's going to look so weird when you're old. Like, they're not going to look that cool. And then he goes, but yeah, they're going to look really cool, because old skin doesn't even look cool to begin with. Like, old skin looks ugly as fuck. Why not have it tatted? And I'm like, yes, that's exactly how I feel. Because that's the argument that all of our parents probably gave us.
Imagine when you're 80.
Yeah, it's not going to look so cool when you're old and your skin goes saggy.
Grandpa look like? He looks like shit.
Yeah, without any tattoos. Let's cover that shit up. So yeah, when I heard that too, I'm like, oh, sick. Okay, cool. Like, I know I'm not a big weirdo. There's my fellow weirdos out there too. So I do want to definitely get a lot more. But it's also hard, because I'm just like, I don't want it on certain parts of my body, but then I want all of it. So I'm like, fuck, I'm eventually gonna run out because I like only my legs. I mean,
So you wouldn't get it on your back or your chest?
I don't want to because I just like the way a female's back looks.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. Like, I appreciate when other females have it. Like, there's this, oh God, I forgot her name. But there's this chick I follow and her entire back is tatted the fuck up. Like, she's got like some wings on it and it's so beautiful. And I'm like, fuck, that is gorgeous. Like, I would love to have that. But then when I think about it on myself, I'm like, I don't want it. I like my back. The things I would tat quickly are obviously my arms, my hands. I've even thought of my neck a little bit. From my ankle down, I would tat up, no problem. I think that's about it.
I'm on the fence of mine. I did want to get a tattoo here, but
Your
then,
forearm?
Yeah, but then I also kind of like how I like the human body. I kind of want to see like what one is tatted, and I always like seeing what the other one doesn't look like. So I can totally see myself doing my entire left side, so I always know what the other side looks like. But I also want just to get, I think forearm tats look really cool. So I also do want to get it. But then I'm like, I don't know. And then the whole time aspect of it, I know like even for here, this was like 4 7-hour sessions. So that's 28 hours. I'm like, in this
We
day
don't
and
have
age,
that time.
if I already don't have that time, I don't even know. So who knows if I'll get another tattoo.
I'm so wild though. Like, I think once I find, because I know exactly what I want in my head.
Yeah.
Once I see that person either right in front of me or that I see that there's an opening, I take it as a sign and I'm like jumping on it. Like, so even tomorrow you might hear me go, hey, I just booked something. And for you, you might be like, what the fuck? You haven't talked about this in years. I didn't even know you wanted one. But I'm like, oh, I know.
I would never say that.
I know.
That's not my style.
Okay, well.
For me, anything is possible at any time because that's how I am.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's why we're together. We talked about getting matching tattoos. I think we just both never had time.
I thought we were going to get like a tiger or something for Taika.
And then we talked about a tree, remember?
Oh, yeah, it's cute.
We talked about getting a tree. We talked about a tiger. But I think we've just been hustling so fucking hard for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe once we stop hustling, we're kind of slowing down.
Yeah.
We're still fucking high,
Balls to the wall.
fucking, yeah. Not as crazy as before, I feel like, but still pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But it's coming to an end. We're trying to slow that shit down. We're really trying to enjoy being parents and just focusing on that. We're trying to get on our bucket list family type of level, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe by then we'll have time to do it.
Maybe in Vegas. I'm sure there's a ton of really good tattoo artists in Vegas.
Why Vegas?
Because
Why
we're
a
moving
ton?
there.
No, I know, but why do you think there's a ton out in Vegas?
I don't know why they're out there, but they are.
Oh, because I feel like they'd all be out here.
There's a lot out here too.
Oh, okay. So there's just a ton of good artists all over the world. In Europe, though, for some
No, because
reason,
one of them that I follow lives in Vegas.
oh, sick.
Yeah, like one of the ones that does like Polynesian style, probably one of the sickest ones I've ever seen. And I was like, oh man, that's really sick. And I looked, that's in Vegas. I'm like, oh
Sick.
shit, crazy.
No, the artists I want, the ones that I see, because I like neo-traditional, a lot of neo-traditional, they're all in like Barcelona. And I'm like, what is up with, like, why? Why are you guys, what's in the water out there that you guys are so fucking talented
I noticed
at this style?
as art develops, it's not in that country that's innovating.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
when you're in that country,
you've seen it.
you take it for granted. Like
Yeah.
Americana, like it's like, we take it for granted. But then like Japanese, like, ooh, like a lot of
And they make it look dope.
A lot of American tattoo artists
Are doing Japanese stuff.
doing Japanese. And
Yeah.
then Japanese, they want to do Americana. And like, Spanish, they're like, oh, Americana. So it's a lot of
I get
art.
it.
A lot of art is like that, where they go, ooh, and it's that much cooler now. So I get why all of them are in Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned. I'll definitely keep you guys posted if I get a new tattoo. I don't see it happening anytime soon just because of my time, but you'll fucking know. And you know how you'll fucking know? Because you have to follow us on Instagram. You can follow Bart at Bart Kwan or me, Geo_Antoinette. And yeah, we're posting our shit up there all the time.
Yeah. I would like to also one day just get them finished.
That too, that would be
This one
nice.
is one session away. I've been contacting him. I think he lives in like Oregon or Washington. He does come down to
LA.
LA every now and then. This guy, I have no idea where he is. And, the problem with old tattoos is people's skill level also
Evolves.
evolve. So I don't even know if you can like reverse back to his old skill level to make it match versus whatever he does now might be too sick for what I need.
Oh shit.
So I don't know. Or I might just
that's
leave
the
it.
story.
Yeah, I might just leave it incomplete
That's
as a
it.
story.
Exactly. And you could just start on a new piece. Like, I think your legs would look really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Cover it up?
Yeah. I think your leg would look really cool.
No, I mean cover up the tattoo.
Oh, no, you can work around it.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, getting your thigh and your calves and stuff. That'd be sick. Yeah. I love leg tattoos on guys. I think it's hot. Yeah.
Like right here?
I think the whole thing, I think the more extreme the leg gets, the hotter it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
it's
So
a
if you
hit.
want to get lean a little bit,
Yeah, I
you know
think
what you got to do.
I think it's a hint, actually.
All right. You know what else is a hint?
What?
That we need to wrap it up. And I want to thank you guys so much for sticking it out with us and just listening to our little rant. Yeah, if you've been wanting to get that too, this is the time to get it. I'm letting you know. The universe just sent me a message and I'm here to tell you, get the fucking tattoo. All right. You've been wanting it. Just do it. Who cares? You don't like it. You can get it removed. There might be a little scar, but look at the story and the memories that you're going to have on you for the rest of the time that you're on this fucking planet. So just fucking do it. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening.
And thank you to last but not least, always, barbellbrigade.com. We got full restock on supplements and apparel. Make sure to go check that out, barbellbrigade.com. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.